So hey guys, next up on my review is of Superboy. Now in the last issue we figured out that Red, the Doctor, just burst out into Hulk mode for some reason because Superboy was going to interrogate her and ask her questions and just trying to threaten her, so she hulked out and basically is going to attack Superboy. And that's where issue 4 picks up. Basically, Red tells Superboy things that, he didn't even know. That basically she said that your telekinesis powers won't work on me. I've been studying you and, everybody in Nowhere wants to get rid of you, but I kept you. I made you who you are, Like saying, giving them that whole, I made you speech and stuff like that. And, basically, of course, he tries to use his telekinesis powers and it doesn't work on her. So she also says, your telekinesis powers won't work on the 7 of us. So there's 7 people out there. We don't know who they are, but basically that Superboy can't do anything against them with his telekinesis powers. And what happens is that he actually uses his telekinesis powers, in her apartment and, uses one of, I think a sofa or something, or a desk, and slams it on the back of her and she goes unconscious. And then a guy, a secret agent from Nowhere, comes in. His name is actually called Center Hall. So he came to actually capture Red, or actually we find out her real name is Dr. Fairchild. He came here to arrest her because they knew there was a mole or there was a terrorist inside Nowhere, but they didn't know who, and it was a good thing that Superboy made her Hulk out, and now they found out who it is. So they captured her, restrained her, and took her in. And Center Hall was talking to Superboy, telling him that Nowhere has 7 facilities, and that they've all worked separately, trying to create him, that they all, did some DNA splicing and stuff like that and created Superboy. So each department, created a piece of Superboy. So what's going on here is basically, I guess, he has a lot of Kryptonian DNA, and they said that, only a few Kryptonians, donated their DNA. There's only so few of them out there that they donated. So basically, maybe some of his powers came from maybe Kara, or Power Girl, or I don't know, any other Kryptonian out there. And they said that they couldn't figure out who his human DNA, where the human DNA came from. So of course we all know, if you guys ever read Superboy, that he's half Lex Luthor and half Superman. So basically half Kryptonian, half human. So part of his DNA might come from Lex Luthor if they go with this route, but I don't know. I think they should, but they will. But okay, getting back on track. So basically, Center Hall wants Superboy to work for Nowhere, but he wants to give Superboy some time to think about it. So he gives him a card and says, press this button if you ever decide to, work for us and stuff like that. And Superboy's like, you're not going to restrain me, you're not going to take me in, you're not going to watch over me or something. He's like, well, Dr. Fairchild and Zanelle, they were watching you so much, and they restrained you, made you feel like an animal, but not us. We'll let you go, let you be free, let you do what you want, it's your choice, not our choice. So of course they left Superboy roam free in the streets of New York City, and that's where he is. He is sitting in steps in front of a house or apartment, and there's people caroling, and sort of Superboy gets pissed off. He asks them, why are you doing this? And then, he's like, there's famine and war and disease and corruption in this world, and why should you celebrate Christmas? Okay, why do you have to do this? This is just so wrong to him. And they're like, we're celebrating because of, we have faith and stuff like that. And, he gets really pissed. He uses his telekinesis powers on them and stuff like that. He just runs off pissed off. And him getting pissed off sort of reminds me of the Superboy from Young Justice. But yeah, he runs off getting pissed, and basically he sees a Christmas tree and everybody's ice skating around it and, having fun. And basically what he does is he uses his telekinesis powers and he sets a tree on fire, and I was like, wow, this guy has issues, he's really pissed. And yeah, Superboy is really pissed. And later on, we open up with the 2, I guess, boyfriend and girlfriend, and kind of super meta-human powered villains, or I don't know, bad guys, but like basically they're at a restaurant. Basically, the girlfriend kills everybody in there, and stuff like that. And basically, she throws. I think either her or someone throws, or her boyfriend throws off one of the instrumentalists out the window, and of course Superboy sees that and he saves him. Now, actually, when Superboy does this, he's questioning himself. He's like, I don't even know this man. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I feel like that I have the urge to actually have to save this man. Like, I feel like I have to do it because it's the right thing to do, So he goes in and he faces the boyfriend and girlfriend. He kicks some ass. He actually burns the girlfriend's hair off with her ability because she tries to, use fire on him, and then he uses telekinesis abilities and, sends it back towards her, and her hair goes on fire. Boyfriend gets his ass kicked, and basically he calls Nowhere to, arrest them. So, they arrest him, and he decides, he wants to do good. So he wants to help Nowhere because they need his help. And basically we ended off with Superboy having his new mission is to capture and bring in Cassie, or Wonder Girl. So she's coming into New York, so we're going to see in issue number 5 what's going to happen, or like what happens before he makes that decision to capture Cassie. And in the next issue of Teen Titans, which will be next week, in 2 weeks, you will see, actually Superboy will be in the issue this time. So yeah, what I have to say about Superboy, it's good. I mean, his pissed off side kind of reminds me of the Young Justice Superboy, and I didn't really like the Young Justice Superboy in the first place. I mean, he was just too pissy. Like, he's okay of a character, but he was really, really upset all the time. Just not my thing. And to see him in this like that, I was just like, oh god, man, you really need to stop questioning these things and just, god damn, he's like so pissed off at the human race. But it's understandable. And seeing him, start becoming a superhero, following in Superman's footsteps because of his DNA, and that's why he said like he had urge to save this man, even though he didn't know him, sort of bringing up Superman's DNA in him. So that's a good thing. And yeah, Superboy's doing fairly okay. Like I said, really, really heavily dialogue driven. This has lots and lots of dialogue, but still a good comic. I still like it. Highly recommend you guys checking it out. Maybe a word of warning, maybe it's just not your cup of tea, but like I said, still a little wordy, still a bit slow at the moment until he gets into Teen Titans, seeing what's going on after that. But yeah, I like this issue. I liked Superboy, and yeah, that's it.